Hey friends, happy Sunday. Dug out my Sunday Funday shirt. You can see it. It's well loved. It's well loved, this shirt. Yeah, hope everybody doing well. It's football day, so I'm jazzed. And I'm not gonna jinx it because there's 25 seconds left. Anything can happen. Giants football, but looking good right this moment. Although Spirit still said, go do this reading, don't watch. So maybe they just do better when I don't watch, because I have been giving a reading for the last 45 minutes and they did a lot better now. What did I want to share? Check out this cute, I just have to share. Check out this cute ass mug I got. This time of year is when I get to do all of my home decor shopping for the year. I am really enjoying the cutesy, spooky trend that's happening. And wait, I have to share. Oh no, too many beverages. ADHD problem. Also, got this cool new what do you call it? Hourglass. That's got Poe. Michael. Anyways, he's really rad. So those are new to the collection so far. Anyways, I don't know, it's fall. I'm working on sharing more life things with you. And for the people that have been around for a few years, I'm sure you've noticed that recently. I was pretty quiet about most of my personal life before, and I'm just being fully more of who I am over here now. So we'll see how that shakes out. No, I feel great about it. Listen, if I'm for you, great, and if I'm not, wish you well. Bye. Let's get to today's collective reading. The energy is sassy up in here today. Ooh, she's sassy today. Or the energy I'm channeling is sassy, or all of it. I am reading for us today with my brand new Hocus Pocus deck. That is the back. This is the first booking for my Cards for Cards flash sale that I'm running, which is running all this month and probably next month too. We'll see how it goes. But if you haven't heard this yet, my lowest tier reading is called a sealed shorty. It's $22.22, and it's just a quick energetic check-in. It's meant to be 10 to 15 minutes. Generally end up being closer to half an hour or longer. The one I just did was 40 minutes. But right now, get it now, act now. Until I watched a lot of 90s TV. For right now, I have a sale going on where instead of just paying outright for the reading, I am interested in getting some new tarot and oracle decks. I'm going to be doing a card of the day every day again in October. I did that last year and it was fun. And so I wanted to kind of expand my collection, even though I do, yes, I have quite a few, but I definitely have a lot more than I want. And instead of just me getting some new ones, I thought it'd be really fun to do this kind of trade sale and let the right decks for now come to me. There are a few that are priced over $22. I think maybe 2 or 3 or 4 at the most. I want to say there's 30 decks minimum on the list. There's a lot. But they're almost all of them, the vast majority of them are $20 or under. A significant amount of those are in the $15 to $18 range, and there's 5 or 6 or 7 that are $10 or less. So there really is an opportunity for it to be an actual sale and not just a straight up trade, depending on what you choose. Yeah, so this was our first booking, and the other benefit besides the price break potentially is that you get to be the first person who gets a reading with that deck. So I just did a reading for my client Kendall, who is the person that participated, and it it was really great, as is Kendall. Kendall's great, so no surprise there. Anyways, but now let's see what this deck has to share with us. What is, make sure I'm not holding it upside down. What's the collective energy today that we need to hear about? All right, 2 of pumpkins on the split, so a decision, something coming into balance, either something needing to come into balance or maybe perhaps a decision kind of on your mind. 5 of wands. All right, let's see some more. There's could be a couple of options there. Let's see. Okay, this feels, this is pretty specific, so, okay, this is fine. All right, we've got 9 of candles, which is 9 of wands, which is 5 of candles, 5 of wands. We have King of lightning, which is swords in this deck, and then the Hierophant. The illustrations on these cards are really cool. And then at the bottom of the deck in the shadow card, we have the Knight of Candles, Knight of Wands. All right, so 5 of Wands represents conflict. And so I was just kind of like waiting to see what came in behind that. But 9 of Candles, so there's a situation here. This is what it feels like you need, oh, okay, yes. All right, that's a confirmation. A cardinal just flew up and landed on a branch right in front of me. Hi. There's a decision needing to be made, and that's really weighing heavily on you. There's a lot of anxiety around figuring out this decision, whatever it is, and you are being guided, King of Swords, Lightning, and the Hierophant. You are being guided to come at this from the approach of being very logical. Being very mature, this King of Lightning. It's like you really, you very genuinely want to make the best decision possible for the best outcome possible about this decision, and that's partly why it's weighing so heavily on you, is because you care so much about what happens here, and that's why it's really important for you to do your best to leave your emotions, like acknowledge them. Thank you. I appreciate our emotions are our guidance system. So if they will kind of let you know what thought solutions feel better, which ones feel worse. But do not make this decision based on those emotions. Just use that as information to kind of guide your decision. Instead, be logical. I heard be methodical. So it's not like a pros and cons list, but it is about like almost if it helps you to physically like make an outline, but it's like a dummy check about going through the process of what this decision is going to be. Sorry, it's vague because it's collective, so I'm not privy to the specific details for the people to whom this applies. I just have to kind of go with what they share with me. But it's like, okay, maybe I'm considering taking X route to make this decision or as a potential solution. How would I execute that? What does that look like? Physically, what would I do? You know, step 1, what would come after that? What are the potential benefits? What are the potential pitfalls? Wow, okay. This is interesting. So Spirit uses our own, like as psychic readers, intuitives, channelers, whatever you want to call us. They use our own experiences to help relay the messages, and they just brought up something from middle school that I haven't thought of in forever, but I'm going to share. There was an activity that we did in middle school. I was part of the gifted program, which hilariously, like, just turns out it's like where all the autistic kids were. Like, almost all of my classmates are been diagnosed. Like, we're all like several of us are ADHD. There's a lot of alphabet soup going on back then. Not a that. Regardless, we did this thing called future problem solving, or fuzzies for short, and it was like this national thing that groups participated in, and we actually would travel to places for competitions. It's so nerdy, but I did really enjoy it. And they would give you like a problem. They would tell you a story. Yeah, God, I haven't thought about this in so long. They would tell you a story, and they wanted for us as a group, I think there was groups of 4 or 5, they wanted for us to identify, I don't remember how, a number of like potential problems. Like, here's a situation, what are some potential problems that could come from this situation? And then they wanted you from that, then you pick like one problem to focus on. Okay, well, you know, of these potential pitfalls, this is one problem we'd like to try and solve. Then you brainstorm, I think it was like 20 potential solutions. And you have to like, you know, write all this down, show all this work. Like, this was like a several hours long competition. So you do all the potential solutions. Then you come up with like 4 or 5 criteria for figuring out like how to figure out what would be the most beneficial solution or the most helpful solution. And then you apply those criteria to all of your potential solutions and figure out the best one, and then you write this whole thing on like why this is the best solution to this problem. Something like that sounds excessive for your potential problem. Long story long, but they're like, but a shortened version of that is the way you should approach the situation. Like, be methodical, be really logical. Think it all the way out. What could potentially happen with this? What could potentially happen with that? The Hierophant, seek trusted counsel. 2 parts here. The Hierophant, spiritual guidance, trusted counsel, somebody you respect that you can confide in, that you can talk this over with, somebody that can help you potentially navigate the things that you're not seeing, and to help you, like, yeah, just to help you with this. But also, given that this is a new deck, every time I get a new deck, I look up the guidebook. I read the guidebook to see what the author's intention and the author's interpretation for these cards are. And then I always include, you know, the intuitively channeled stuff that comes through at the same time. But this particular card did happen to come up in the reading I did for my client. And one of the things that the author of this deck brings up is, so the Hierophant also represents tradition. And it's often related to religion, just because, given our human history, religion has dominated what is considered like traditional values, right? In many, many areas of the world, and many different kinds of religions. So this author asks us, when the Hierophant comes out, it's an invitation for you to examine what ways tradition and convention play into your life. And do those things, do they help you? Are these traditions helping you? Are they harming you? For the convention, I think she asked, is it, wait, did I write it down? Does the convention guide you, or do you conform to it? And that asking yourself these questions, those answers are going to be really helpful for you figuring out what to do next and where to go and how to actually like resolve this this question here, or wherever it was, the two of pumpkins that came out on the split. The Knight of Candles, it's a very like go-getter energy. So it feels like this is gonna get resolved pretty quickly. Once you get clear-minded, like once you have this clarity, then things are gonna move forward. And for you to be very confident, Knight of Wands is very like confident, but also to be mindful because he can be a little reckless. So a little bit of a caution. Be methodical, be the king. Have the optimism, enthusiasm of the knight, but be thoughtful like the king, don't be reckless. Yeah, Eight of Candles, Eight of Wands. This is going to resolve quickly. This is forward momentum, things moving fast. All right, we're going to stop it there. This is supposed to be a quick message. Wishing you all a fabulous day. If you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always do that through my website, and only through my website. I will never personally DM you and ask you for a reading or anything else. Beware of scammers, use your discernment, yada, 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 yada. And I'll see you guys later.